Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Chelsea Godfather channel. Let's jump right in with today's news roundup. Guys, things are beginning to cook. They're beginning to cook for Chelsea. Moises Caicedo. It appears that the young man seems keen to join, Chelsea. I mean, everybody told us that, without, Champions League football, supposedly that we weren't going to be able to sign any of the bigger, prospects. But as it turns out, Arsenal has actually dropped out of the race for Moises Caicedo, so they can concentrate on Declan Rice. I mean, I would like to say I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised because I've always felt like, in as much as Arsenal was being linked for both Rice and Caicedo, I always felt like they weren't going to be able to get both of those guys and also get Harvards. I mean, those are three massive deals, guys. So I mean, something's going to have to give. Now, obviously, never say never, and no deal is done until the player is holding the shirt up and has signed on the um, dotted line. But I guess what I'm trying to say is there's a higher chance of Chelsea getting one of the two midfielders than Arsenal actually getting both of the midfielders. That's my bet. I've always felt that way. And as it turns out, based on a tweet today by none other than Fabrizio Romano, it appears that um, things are beginning to move pretty fast, a lot faster than you and I had anticipated on the Moises Caicedo to Chelsea link. Based on the deal, it appears that the transfer fee is going to be a total of 80 million pounds, which would include 70 million in guaranteed money plus 10 million in performance bonuses. Again, the player Moises is keen to join Chelsea. Even though we're not in a Champions League, he's not bothered. Um, and guys, like, I mean, that wouldn't be the first time that happened for Chelsea. I mean, if you all remember the last time Chelsea finished 10th in the league, and we didn't have any kind of a European ball the following season. That summer was the summer that Chelsea signed none other than N'Golo Kante, who ironically was actually coming from the defending league champions. So he gave up the possibility of playing Champions League to go and join a non European footballing team in Chelsea way back when, and we all seen how that paid off for Chelsea. So we're just hoping and having our fingers crossed that this is going to be a repeat of the N'Golo Kante situation from years back, whereby a very top midfielder, all action midfielder. He's still just 21 years old. In Moises Caicedo, will hopefully make that leap of faith to join us, notwithstanding the fact that Chelsea does not have any European football to look forward to next season. And if we're able to pull that off, if Todd Bowley and his backroom staff are able to pull off this transfer, that's going to be a massive pickup for Chelsea FC, because that's going to be a very integral piece of our midfield to help out Enzo Fernandez to bring out the best out of Enzo, and of course Caicedo can play anywhere in midfield. I mean, he reminds me a bit of Michael Essien way back when, where Essien could play anywhere in midfield. He could play DM, he could play eight, and he could also play right back, right? So, I mean, we have seen this type of player before. And so, I mean, let's just keep our fingers crossed and hope that we can pull this off. The next player to discuss is 21-year-old striker Nicolas Jackson, and I'm sure some of you are like, who the heck is he? Guys, it is what it is. I mean, he's a 21-year-old striker from um, Villareal, and he kind of broke onto the scene a bit late last season, and took advantage of injury to their starting striker Moreno. When he went down, Jackson came in and was just banging in goals left and right. And, he finished the back end of the season scoring 9 goals out of his last 8 games. Overall, he had 12 goals from 16 starts in the league. Guys, I know overall, I think he had like 12 out of I think 26 overall, but in terms of actual starts, he only had 16 starts, and that was what produced those 12 goals. And again, yeah, it is a bit of a gamble, but the quoted price, he has a transfer fee price of 30 million pounds, or 35 million euros. So at that quoted price, it becomes a little bit less of a risk. I mean, the other options to take a look at are Osimhen. Osimhen has a hefty price tag of nothing less than 110 million pounds. Guys, I mean, we Chelsea spent 600 million in the last two windows. If we go ahead and spend another 80 on Caicedo, guys, at some point in time, money will never finish, right? The money is going to finish at some point in time, and that's just the reality, right? There's a limit as to how much, whether there's FFP or whether there's no FFP. This is still a business, and so what I'm trying to say is that if we get Caicedo, it's really not going to be financially feasible to go ahead and jump in and get Osimhen at 110 million. So that's why the club is looking at other options like Nicolas Jackson for 35 million, for 35 million euros, and he's a player that can play pretty much anywhere along the front line. He gives us Pochettino some level of versatility on the front line. He's mobile. He has a lot of pace. He's good with the ball on his feet. He's not your traditional striker that will just back to goal striker and feed off of crosses. No, that's not his game. He is a guy that likes the ball on his feet, that likes to move. He's also tall. He's 6'1". As I mentioned, he's 21 years old, so he's still growing into that 6'1", 6'2" frame, and so he can play in the air, and he can also put the ball on the ground and make things happen. So this is a player that has a potentially high upside. His background, he was born in Gambia, but he's also has a dual citizenship with the neighboring country Senegal, and I believe he was actually part of the Senegalese World Cup team that played in Qatar in the World Cup. So yeah, he's 21. He's up and coming. Again, it's about our backroom staff. There's some big boy scouts that we have that are out there, looking for for these type of players for us. And we fans, we just have to sometimes just have faith in the process and know that what that they seen everything that we are seeing, and they're seeing more. And so when the club makes certain moves and certain the decisions, I guess what we can do is to kind of take a closer look at it and look at the pros and cons and see, okay, does this make sense, or can it make sense? And what I'm saying is, I can see obviously the cons are as obvious. He's only 21 and he doesn't have the experience that that we would prefer. But on the bright side, there are a lot of positives to his game, and under the right manager, you know he can actually shine. That's what I'm seeing, and that's what I'm hoping. Guys, please comment below, like this video, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all. Peace.